Hey everyone, it's Lisa here again. Have you ever taken the time to get ready for a road trip? You've put all your goodies in the car, you hop in, you turn the key, and then all of a sudden, nothing. A dead battery can leave you stranded faster than you can say, road trip cancelled. But fear not. Today, we'll be tackling the mysteries of the battery, and I'll be joined by an expert from First Battery. Today we have Thabiso. Thabiso, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Lisa?
I'm wonderful today,
Very
thank you.
Thank you.
Thabiso, do you mind explaining what exactly is your role at First Battery?
My role at First Battery is that I'm a marketing manager at First Battery, and as a consequence, I know a little bit about batteries.
Okay, well, I'm really glad we have you, the expert, here today. And so do you mind explaining what exactly is the role of the battery in my car? What does it do with all my electronics and such?
Great. So we'd like to think of battery as where it all starts in the car, because as you crank your vehicle up in the morning ready to go to work or on your road trip, the battery is the very first part in the car that does the work. So it gets you started, and most people don't care about the battery until the battery is not starting.
So if my electronics are running, that probably means that my battery is hopefully in good condition. But do you mind showing me what exactly some signs I should look out for if my battery isn't working very well, if it's a bit weak perhaps?
Yeah, no problem. The signs of a weakened battery, there are obvious signs and they're not so obvious signs, right? The obvious telltale sign is when your battery light goes on, then that's usually a car telling you that, hey, it's time for a replacement battery, or potentially there's something wrong that you need to check with your car, energy systems. The second sign, which is not so obvious, is at night, when your light's a little bit dimmer than usual, then that's a sign that your battery is healthy, you need to check it. And the last obvious sign is also when you crank your car, you'll hear that it doesn't crank like it used to. So it gives you a slower crank in the morning when you start the car.
So these are obviously signs that I can see inside my car, but what exactly can I also look out for in terms of my battery itself?
No problem. Let's go to the front. Let me show you.
Perfect.
My advice is the first telltale sign, or the first signs you want to look at, is if the car terminals have been correctly fastened. So if at times the batteries can't get charged, you can't get a crank because the batteries are really very loose, the terminals are very loose, or there's corrosion of the batteries. So when there's corrosion, all you have to do, and it's a household trick that you can do yourself, is get some baking soda and with hot water and throw it over the terminal. It tends to clean the terminals up, and then you can make sure it's tightened, and you can try crank your car one more time.
So there is those who plan and those who fail to plan, and I might be guilty of being those who fail to plan. And so the end result is usually having to ask a neighbor or a friend of mine to help me jumpstart my car. Yeah. What I want to know exactly is, what does jumpstarting a car actually entail?
There is a saying that we say, it says red to dead, black to metal, right? So if you remember that saying, then you're sorted. Let's do a practical example. Please hold here. Assuming that your car works and I work on the dead car, right? So you would take the red part, which is also the positive, and put it on the donor car, and then I would then take, once you've done that, only once you've done that, will I attach the positive red side to the dead battery, right? And then you would attach the negative side, which is the black, to the car that has energy, and I would find a place in the engine where it doesn't have paint to attach the negative. So what most people do, they put it back on the battery, which is not the correct way to jumpstart a car. And then you leave the car running for 2 minutes before you start the dead car's engine.
You've most definitely helped charge up all my knowledge today, and you've definitely helped me empower myself as well to take care of my battery. Thank you so much, Thabiso.
You're most welcome.
I hope the rest of you have also got all the information you need to take care of your battery and help you stay charged on the road as well. And also remember, all these tips are just to help you to keep on driving.